Yeah, so when you are trying to lose fat, one of the ways that that almost like fat loss can be, like fat can be stubborn. You hear that all the time where like I can't lose this stubborn fat. One of the things that we have to realize is when we do a fat loss diet, our body does not want to let go of that fat. That is like our backup energy. So your body will will adapt in ways that will make it harder for you to lose fat, because it's really trying to fight that. Which is why fat loss is really tough. So one of the ways it does this, it will lower your NEAT. So your NEAT stands for non-exercise thermogenesis. This is kind of just like a fancy word of saying all the movement and activity we do outside of exercise. All right. So it could be from, see how I move my hands while I'm talking, it could be stuff like that. It could be if you like tap your foot, and there's also like just the basic things you do every day. It's like, making your meals, going to the bathroom, taking a shower, like super simple stuff, taking a shower, your routine, going to work. So if you have a more physical job, you have a higher NEAT. If you have a more sedentary job where you sit down all day, you have a lower NEAT. So everyone has like a NEAT. And this is really hard to track on a day-to-day basis. And the best way we can do this is really track our steps to give us an idea of how much NEAT we have. But here's what your body does unintentionally to you when you start to cut calories. So say you cut calories by 200 calories because you want to lose some fat, your body will shift. Your body will naturally start shifting your NEAT down. So you'll just naturally not want to move as much. You won't fidget as much. You might talk slower. You'll naturally won't want to get up and maybe like walk as much. You'll kind of take the easiest way, maybe the easiest way out. Maybe you catch yourself like parking closer when you go to the market. So then it kind of shifts. So now like you're not really burning fat because your body has shifted your energy expenditure down, and now you're kind of just even. So you're at maintenance calories, right? So a little trick to get around this when you're trying to lose fat is that what you want to do is have an idea of what your steps are every day. So you just kind of track it. So say on average you're doing like 7,000 steps a day. So when you lose fat and you start cutting calories, so maybe you cut 200, 300 calories every day, make sure your steps are either the same or more, so that shift doesn't happen and that you're actually in a deficit. Because what ends up happening is like I just said, you cut calories, so you're like, hey, I'm in a deficit, but you're not really a deficit because now your body has shifted your metabolism by lowering your NEAT, and now you're no longer at now you may no longer be at a deficit. And your body will do this. It will naturally kind of slow down your metabolism, not just in the NEAT way, but in other ways as well. So why it can be a little better to cut a good amount of calories and do that for a short period of time and then take a break from that, especially females, because females don't have much. I would say females don't have much to work at. So I'm losing fat right now at like 3,000 calories a day, which for some people would be like, oh, that's a shitload of calories. But for a female, they might need to cut down to 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 calories to lose fat. And that's not necessarily a lot of food. So it's hard to do that for a long period of time. So a better strategy might be like, maybe you do like 1,300 for like 2 weeks, and then you take a week off, and then you kind of repeat that cycle until you get to your goal weight. But the main purpose of this video is that your metabolism will shift your NEAT, and to avoid that, make sure your steps are the same as you start to eat less calories.